Well, I think we all got our hopes up there for a little while today. I was hoping that I could go to bed tonight with my mind at ease because Emmanuel had been found, but Emmanuel has not been found. So it looks like I'll be working overtime again tonight. And if you guys appreciate the videos, consider supporting the channel in one of many free ways. You could like the video, drop a comment, subscribe, share the video on social media, and if you want to take your support one step further, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. It's never mandatory, but always greatly appreciated. Now, with that being said, I gotta say that I am growing kind of frustrated with law enforcement. Don't get me wrong, I think they're doing an amazing job. I was surprised that they were able to arrest Jake and Rebecca so quickly. I thought that they would be out here in the free world for a little bit longer. I'm not here to criticize law enforcement. I just wish there was more they could do to contain these potential crime scenes and, of course, the actual crime scene of Emmanuel's house. We know that investigators believe that Emmanuel was killed inside of that home. But because they already wrapped up the search there and they're searching in other areas, that tells me that they most likely believe that Emmanuel's remains are somewhere else. But still, Emmanuel hasn't been found yet. And something tells me that they might need to go back out to that house again. However, that house is not contained at all. There are people all over the place, walking all over the property. And yeah, I know some of them are like YouTubers and TikTokers and people who are just curious and they mean no harm. But also, you got to think about it. Someone who knows Jake or Rebecca could be out there removing evidence. Anyone walking out there could be disturbing, a crime scene or disturbing evidence on the ground or what have you. And someone today even broke into the house. I don't know if they took anything, but they offered to give people house tours at this house. So Jake and Rebecca's house, that whole crime scene, it's not contained at all. And if investigators need to go out there, there's going to be all types of disturbances and stuff. Also, investigators have searched other areas as well, and they never contained those areas either. There were dozens of people out in these areas walking all around, and I get it. It's a good thing to have more eyes, to have more people looking, but at the same time, this is a job for investigators because they have tools and experience to find things that a normal person would never find. And all of these areas where they've been searching for Emmanuel, there's hella people showing up and they're walking all over the place. And I don't know if they could be disturbing evidence or unknowingly tampering with a crime scene. So I don't know if saying that I'm frustrated with law enforcement is the proper way to put it. Probably not. But I'm just kind of frustrated by the situation. I'm also not mad at the people who are just trying to help. I just don't want anything to be disturbed. I want them to be able to find Emmanuel. I don't want anything to go wrong. I don't want there to be even the slightest possibility that Jake or Rebecca somehow gets away with this because evidence was removed and stuff like that. And this whole case just feels weird. It feels shady. I mean, you had the next door neighbor house get burned down by random so-called crackheads, and they say it's not, connected, and I believe that it's not connected, but it still makes you wonder, right? So there's just a lot going on, and I just don't want anything to go wrong because enough has already gone wrong. Obviously, Emmanuel is no longer with us. So I want everything to go and just run as smoothly as possible. And right now, I don't think it's running as smoothly as possible when you got people breaking into Jake and Rebecca's house and stuff like that. But speaking of Jake and Rebecca, let me tell you this right now. Things are going to get interesting. And I mean very interesting in the coming days. Because as you guys know, as I reported, Rebecca, so far at the time of this recording, is still sticking to the original story. And we know Jake isn't. Jake is out here talking to the cops, okay? So I wonder how Rebecca will react if and when she finds out that Jake is out here helping investigators, showing investigators where EMMANUEL could be, regardless if he's lying to them or telling the truth or whatever his motives are. I wonder how Rebecca would react to that. Will investigators let her know, like, hey, Jake was out here with us on the side of the road looking for EMMANUEL yesterday? Will that be something? Will that be enough to get Rebecca talking? That's the question I have, because Rebecca, not only is she sticking to the original story, she was talking about what a great guy Jake is, right? So I wonder, does she think Jake is still a great guy now that he's out here talking and it looks like he's flipping on you? And do you want to know another thing that we found out from her interview earlier today that absolutely disgusted me? You know, I've been wondering, how does Jake just hop woman to woman, beat up the kid, almost kill kids, and then he just hops to another woman and they have his baby as well? I was thinking that maybe these women were unaware of his past. You know, I thought that maybe Rebecca didn't know that Jake did the horrible things that he did. Rebecca confirmed that she knew about Jake's past. And I don't know, I just cannot fathom why a woman could see that this man, like, imagine, how could you look at Jake's other child? Put yourself in Rebecca's shoes. How could you look at Jake's daughter and see what Jake did to that child and think, you know what? I think I want to have a couple of Jake's babies. That's the decision that Rebecca made. Rebecca knew full and well about Jake's past and about what happened to his daughter. And I'm not trying to be mean, but have you seen the photos? Have you seen what he did to that poor child? Why on earth would anyone say, you know what, let's have a couple of babies with this guy? That right there lets you know that Rebecca is a freaking weirdo, if you ask me. I'm sorry. But yeah, talk about poor decision making. And now here we are, and you're in this situation with apparently one of y'all. And I don't think that Rebecca did this alone. I think that Jake is going to try to pin this on Rebecca. But we're in a situation where Jake has taken part in hurting another child. So yeah, for her to have been aware of what he did and his past and still just move forward in the relationship and have kids with him, that's just crazy to me. But there's a lot of crazy people out here that make just insane decisions every day, and I just don't understand them. I really don't. But you guys let me know what you think about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.